So first of all, I just want to say that Kazuyuki, Kazuyuki, Kazuyuki is there to get that money. Okay, he's there to get that check, and that's all I know. I think I just ended episode 4. I'm going into episode 5. It says episode 4. Despite his confidence slipping, Kazuyuki steps up for his first shift. A dinner time arrival causes a stir. Tired of letdowns, Jobu decides to speak up. I know that's right, Jobu. We about to get into it. What's up, Shantas Gang? A little bit of this, a little bit of this. Hey, welcome back to another Shaname Reviews. This episode, we're talking about The Boyfriend Season 2. Y'all love the last video that I made. I don't know if it's a lot of people talking about The Boyfriend. If you don't know what The Boyfriend is, it is like a Japanese show or Korean show. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Japanese show that's on Netflix. I believe it's an original series. And it's like basically a group of guys. They move into a house for 2 months and they like date and they do like different activities. Like they run a coffee shop. And this season they went skiing. They went, I was about to say they went snowing, but they went skiing. What else did they do? They ran a coffee shop. They did some other things. Hold on. They went outside, built an igloo. They was inside. Oh, it was one segment where they was like doing each other's eyebrows, having a lot of conversations, just a couple activities, having one-on-ones. Did I talk about they built the igloo outside and had like snow fights, like things that men do, you know what I'm saying? Or not even just men, but just like stuff that your inner child, you know, would do, stuff like that. Just fun shit, you know what I'm saying? And dating. So I've got all the way up to episode 4, like I said, the ending or like the beginning of episode 5. But I just want to talk about this because this is like upsetting me. I think Izaya and William should break up. I don't know. I think it's like I think the whole full season 2 is out at this point. But I feel like William and Izaya just need to stop. Like I feel like that's like one of the we're watching like a trauma bond. You know what I'm saying? I feel like William is not in it. I feel like Izaya is trying to do more convincing to William that they belong together than actually it just happening on their own. I feel like Izaya wants the relationship so bad, and you and the same thing. I feel like William told him inside the igloo like you're throwing up all your emotions at one time, and I don't think I can live up to that. And I'm like in my head, who the fuck says that for somebody who wants to be in a relationship with somebody? Like you're gonna be putting up effort, but I don't think you will vocalize to someone. Actually, on William's part, I think that's very mature to tell somebody because that means you're really not leading them on. But Izaya, you cannot do so much like trying to push somebody to be in a relationship with you. Like they have to want to work as hard as you. You get what I'm saying? So it kind of hurts because I've been on both ends of that spectrum, like wanting to make something happen so more than the other person. And once you do all that work in a relationship, you're going to begin to resent that person that you're actually falling in love with, which you're actually falling in love with yourself. You're going to end up resenting that person because they're not putting in the same amount of work that you did in the beginning. You think that eventually down the line that they're going to put in that same amount of work into the relationship that you did, but they're just not because they were never feeling you the way that you were in the beginning. And I'm trying to say I've learned that lesson firsthand. A man will allow, and it could be a woman too, but this is a gay series, but a man will allow you to do as much as work as you want to and still will not lift a finger, okay, if you don't pay attention. And William, on the other end, I've been on this side too where you can need a lot of reassurance. And I feel like more on my healing journey, I kind of understood William because it's kind of hard. Like once you see things and see the way that people want to treat you and will treat you, you get what I'm saying? It just isn't worth the effort. But you have to heal to a point where you have to be emotionally available and allow someone to love you. You know what I'm saying? You can't always have a hard exterior up. Now back to Kazuyuki. He's 40 and he's like the oldest person on this character. And we just got introduced to someone named, I think his name is Ryuki, and he's 20. And apparently Huwei knows Ryuki. And I feel like at this point, now that I'm watching the show, like at first it seemed very authentic, and it still seems authentic, but I feel like the mess is kind of coordinated, for lack of better words. And I feel like that's the way that they keep the show interesting. Like it has to be coordinated to a certain degree because there's 2 scenes to me that made me seem like, oh, they put this together. It's a scene where Izaya and William and Jobu are, and we're going to get into that mess, where they're sitting on the couch having a conversation, and Izaya's on William's phone and Jobu just happens to send a text. That's what messy gays do. I'm not even gonna lie. So it could have been a real moment, but I feel like it was set up, you know what I'm saying, for it to happen like that and for us to get the mess. And I'm gonna get into that too. Oh, and after the other scene, because we're gonna get into Jobu and Kazuyuki going to the coffee shop working and making, I think they made the most money on the show so far, $8,800 or yen. And then they come back to the house, Kazuyuki and Jobu, and they actually go to the window where you can see the igloo outside, and then they went and seen Iyaza and William talking in the igloo. So I feel like, oh, that was orchestrated. Like, they knew to go over there to that window. But I feel like at the same time, Jobu probably did want to see what Izaya was doing. Not Izaya, but see what William was doing while he was away. And Kazuyuki, he said, oh, he doesn't have like a crush on anyone or doesn't find anyone interesting. Okay, I don't believe that. You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you on the show if you don't find anyone here interesting? Like, even if you are just a person they brought on the show to be like an outlier or be like someone who, a seat filler, cast filler, you get what I'm saying? Like, still participate and try to work something out with some of the people there. You get what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't feel like he fits. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like they was trying to make someone of an older generation feel inclusive, because it is a lot of backlash when it comes to being older in the gay community, and a lot of people overlook you when you're older in the gay community. They want to use you as a sugar daddy, or they just want your money, you know what I'm saying? Or they feel like you're yucky because you're old. And that's the thing that we need to work on inside our community, because even in your old age, it's still love out there for you. And that's what I mean by Kazuyuki. I feel like he just gave up, you get what I'm saying? Because that's what I was saying about season 2. Like, it's so many relationships where I feel like they already are predetermined. Like, I feel like in season 1, the only relationship that we felt comfortable in knowing already was Shun and Dai. Like, Dai and Shun had like immediate chemistry, like, from the beginning, and they just had to work through some of their issues. And I believe they're still together to this day. I love that. But back to Kazuyuki, I feel like he really did have something towards Jobu. I feel like even when Jobu was having a conversation with William, Kazuyuki was sitting on the couch too. I think this was either episode 2 or 3, where he was sitting on the couch with them. He was trying to insert himself into a conversation or try to talk to them, and it just wasn't working. Also, some other mess that happened was when they introduced the new character, a new guy to the house, Ryuki, how he already knows Huwei. Bomi seems to get a little heated and a little jealous. That's what I like to see the little jealousy, because it's like, bitch, how you know somebody? You didn't tell me nobody about your past. You didn't tell me about your past. And I feel like that's one of the beauties of dating, like, just finding out, certain things about someone that you didn't know. And it's kind of crazy because certain things that you find out might be a deal breaker, especially like with William, when Izaya and William were talking, they figured out that he cheated on one of his boyfriends, but it kind of really wasn't cheating. I guess it was platonic cheating. You got to watch the show, because I ain't going to spoil everything. But yeah, basically episode 4 leading to episode 5. And then they dropped off, they left some more drama because William told Jobu basically he was going out, whatever, but he didn't tell them about the sauna thing. So I feel like Jobu just needs to give up on Izaya and William, because I feel like William is more into Izaya, or he's more into what Izaya has. I don't know, William just makes me feel a little uneasy when it comes to the dating. Like, it just seems like he's more of a player to me. And maybe my discernment can be wrong, but that's what he gives. I also want to give out a special shout out to one of the commentators. I believe they do drag, but they was sitting in this episode. I believe episode 4 in their drag look with the crystals and the silver. Beautiful, beautiful. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Her right here, Durian Lola Bagada. Bitch, I live for you. You clear it. Every episode, like, literally gorgeous, whether you're in drag or you're, in your regular appearance. Gorgeous, gorgeous. But yeah, I can't wait for episode 5. I believe this is the one when they're in the sauna. Yeah, so it says the boys finally get a chance to pair off for solo dates, but only if the spark goes both ways. Jobu faces a searing moment off truth in the sauna. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm gonna watch this. But listen, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, why my review took so long, like took 2 weeks. Listen, Netflix is not playing. Netflix gonna tell you, if you're not trying to watch this show where the household, where the Netflix account is at, baby, whoever that owner is, they gotta check that account so you can have 15 days in order to watch the show away from the home. But Netflix cut you off, baby. They don't play. So I had to schedule some time to watch it, during the day. This series is so intriguing. I think that you should definitely get a boyfriend season 2, a watch. Hiroya is technically my favorite, has still been my favorite since episode 1, and we're going to see where this story goes. Okay, Shantas, again, we'll come to the end of another Shanime review. Make sure that you leave a yellow heart in the comments because over here we show love. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you save this video. Make sure you follow. Make sure you tap notification bell so you can be notified every time that I post a video. Make sure you subscribe. See you later.